My bad. Together. The Met Gala is on too, and I want to also watch that as well. So what I'm gonna do is just get my mom's tablet, and I'm going to put it on my Android charger and just like have it at the bottom of my TV, where my TV's at. So I'm gonna go get it.
And Braun Breaker to my right, the future of this industry runs through Seth freaking Rollins.
I feel the need to come out here as a friend, tell you to your face that this is a load of crap, man.
Way sooner than that.
Sammy, you came out here to be honest with me. Well, let me be honest with you. This is the vision for the future. You are either with us or you become a target. And I don't want that for you. Seth Rollins is going
So, so when this whole segment happened, somebody was doing like, you know, a side-by-side comparison, and this vibe is exactly what happened when Jimmy Uso broke up with the Bloodline at first, and then, wait, no, with Jey Uso. When Jey Uso broke up with the Bloodline, and they, like, you know, wanted to take him back, and they're like, if you submit to Roman Reigns, we'll forgive everything you've done. And then when Jey Uso said no, he and like Sikoa was looking all angry at him, he's like, put down your dog or something like that. Whatever.
I respect you, but this is me telling you to go to hell.
So I'm going to be watching the Met Gala too, but I won't focus too much on it. I just want to see what everyone's wearing, just so I can see, because some of the outfits that they showed were pretty. Some of the outfits that they showed were pretty good. Hi, Presley. Oh, why can't I find it? Oh, finally, it took forever to find it. Hi, I'm doing good. Watch me fangasm about both fashion of the Met Gala and wrestling. I need to get the stand because I'm not going to have my mom's tablet like that. Oh my goodness! Iyo Sky, she's back in her iconic glitter top and or shorts, but this time it's a top today. Whoa, who is this? Damson. Maybe I should put this in the area where my the area where my Xbox screen is. Welcome back. I'm doing fine. I thought I was gonna watch the Met Gala and WWE together, but now they just told me on Peacock coverage has concluded. But I think that's a lie. Anyway, I watched most of the Met Gala, and some of the stuff were pretty sublime. I got so much inspiration, suit wise from there. Because I look just as hot in a suit than just as in a dress. And there were so many suit dresses there. I have so many ideas. However, there was quite a few controversial attires, in my opinion, including Lisa. Oh, Lisa. We love her, but she's also very controversial. So, what made her controversial today is that she had a gorgeous, lace suit, and it was great and all, until I saw the embroidering of most of the civil rights leader, including Rosa Parks, and it was in the panty lining in the cooch area, and I'm like, yeah, that's the right area to put those civil rights leaders at. I'm being sarcastic in case all you racist fucks want to be all up in my shit. But if she didn't have that embroidering so heavily detailed on the lace, I would have loved to wear something like that. The last person I saw on TV was Anne Hathaway, and she looked so pretty. She had a really high wrapped up ponytail that was out and everything, and she had a nice simple white suit and a very glittery black and white striped skirt, and it was very nice. I'm like, that's so nice. That's how you dress up in a suit. Hi, Captain Cold. But oh my gosh, I was so excited to see my beloved queen, Sabrina Carpenter. She wore a gorgeous Louis Vuitton that was a very nice espresso color, no pun intended. She wore that. It was a nice Louis Vuitton lingerie suit, and it was so good. I loved it. Of course I like fashion. What kind of a J fashion enthusiast would I be if I didn't love fashion? Run it back. Yeah, I can talk about fashion more. Also, I saw Megan Thee Stallion. She wore a nice, kind of like similar to Iyo Sky's dress. Nice, simple glittery, like half slit dress that was nice white and glittery, and I loved it. It was really good, and I think she had like a dread bun or ponytail. I'm not really sure, but there was a lot of dreads here because they were showing respect to the black culture and black fashion aesthetics, and I loved it. I thought this like theme would be a little controversial, and some outfits were controversial, but some weren't. But it was all good, nicely respected. Diana Ross sure did have a nice dress. She had like the longest train ever, and so heavily detailed on the embroidery diamonds. There was like 9 diamond stems coming out of her dress, and it was just nice. I didn't exist around Diana Ross's time, but I sure do love like the iconic fashion she'd be wearing, even still to this day. I think Seth and Becky have the best wardrobe. If there was a Met Gala for WWE, I bet they would wear something like that. But they treat WrestleMania as their Met Gala, sort of. So we can only hope next year that they would show something even more extravagant. Because honestly, they were pretty chill for this WrestleMania. Because I still love Becky Lynch's dress that she wore with all like, you know, pages, words from her book that were all just lined up on her dress, and it was great. I love that dress. Imagine just reading the whole entire book on a dress. That would be so fun and like, you know, hard at the same time.
Our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. I'm gonna talk to you. Cause from day one, I saw past you. I warned my cousin about you. I warned CM Punk about you too. Well, it's a shame while you were handing out the warnings, nobody bothered to warn me. Maybe you should have warned me about my best friend in the world, my BFF, my brother in arms, CM Punk. Excuse me a minute. You can keep your damn booze to yourself when the microphone is in my hand.
Damn, when did you get so entitled?
Not one of you, and not you, had to live through what I lived through. My best friend in the world.
I like you better when you roasted people, not when you demanded people.
Absolutely, positively, 100% guaranteed it would sabotage. They chant his name because they don't know what's in the dark heart of that man. That man, my best friend, put me in a situation that absolutely, positively guaranteed it would sabotage my relationship with our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And let's talk about your cousin, Roman Reigns, for a minute. Huh? I had a dream.
That's kind of a nice rhythm. OTC.
With my best friend in the world, CM Punk, while Roman Reigns was still playing high school football, long before he even thought about following in his father and his uncle's footsteps and being inside a wrestling ring. And because I wanted my best friend in the world to overcome all the adversity he ever faced in his entire life and be in his corner for WrestleMania, what did Roman Reigns think I was going to do? Sell his secrets to CM Punk? Why would I do that? After I built the bloodline for 5 freaking years. Tell me why I would do that. Tell me. I found.
You are not the founder of the bloodline. You got it twisted.
I found a stray big dog on the island of irrelevancy, and I turned him into the tribal chief.
He's right. He's right backstage-wise. But backstage-wise has nothing to do with the storyline.
WWE champion for 1,316 days, and I'm not the one that blew it by getting beat by Cody Rhodes after being distracted by Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 40. He lost the title. He lost the title that I spent 5 years of my life building him up as the champion. And then what did he do? He disappears. He goes back to being a big dog, licking his big wounds, and leaves me in the hands of Solo and Jacob Fatu and those Tongans who put me through a table in Madison Square Garden and almost ended my 40-year career. And he didn't come back to avenge me. He came back to get his Ulathala back. But I betrayed Roman Reigns, right? I betrayed Roman Reigns, who couldn't handle the fact that he just wanted to help my best friend live out his dream. No, it's always Paul Heyman. I'm always the liar. I'm always at fault. I'm the betrayer.
Well,
I'm the double crusher.
you shouldn't have come out with him if you really felt that way. I'm just saying. You should have went into. You should have went into. Okay, yeah, I get where he's coming from. I really do. I'm just saying you shouldn't have come out with Roman Reigns that day if everything you're saying, like, you know, you want to validate. You should have just went into hiding yourself and then betray Roman Reigns. That would have been more dramatic, maybe. But either way, it all worked out. Give the man an Oscar. Yes, it was all valid. I know why. I understand why. It's just that still. There's a thing called talking. Being honest. But no, nobody ever does that anymore. They just backstab. And yell at people.
Are you done? As a matter of fact, I got another question for you, OG. What does this have to do with me?
Honestly, when you put it that way.
I owe you an apology. It has nothing to do with you. Not that part. I didn't come out here to talk about Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Here's the one thing, though. I did come out here to talk about you, which has everything to do with you.
He wants Seth Rollins wants your title. Yes.
You won that title because you want that title, but that title is all about power and control. And honestly, Jay, you don't know how to wield power and control. You don't understand.
Excuse me?
You think coming out here every night
He wouldn't. He's the only. He's the only one who can run it back with his entrance. How many superstars can run it back with their entrance and they'll still be hype about it? So if you ask me.
And while you want to be champion, Seth Rollins has to be champion.
Seth Rollins being champion was so last year. He should have actually been champion the moment he said, "I built that champion." But no, WWE wants you to wait.
That was just stage one of our plan. Stage two is that title. But I'm out here tonight to do you a favor. And we all know how well those favors work out, don't we? I'm going to let you sign your own death warrant. I'm going to let you pick the night that you lose the World Heavyweight Championship. Because Jey Uso, Seth freaking Rollins hereby challenges you to the World Heavyweight Championship.
That'll win by cheating.
You know he deserves to be the #1 contender. The favor is this. You pick the time, you pick the place. Because Seth Rollins will fight you for that title anytime, any place.
Right here, right now. Or a backlash, because that whole thing, this whole Logan Paul and Jey Uso fight is not going to work out for me for his first title run.
But did he just say anytime, any place, anywhere?
Unfortunately, it would probably be early. Yay. Yep, it sure is. Oh, why is Logan Paul his first pay-per-view opponent still, though, it seems?
He manipulated Jey Uso to put his title on the line tonight. If you're Jey Uso, Pat, was it the right move to jump and accept this challenge? I have no idea if it was the right move. Only time will tell.
It's only tiresome if you watch it on TV, but I bet you if you're live and there, it's probably fun. So that's why I can see why people think it's annoying a little bit. But I don't find it that much annoying. Everyone's all happy, and that's when they're being the most genuine, so I'm not going to take that away from the people who actually paid money for that.
And ladies and gentlemen, this was 2 weeks ago. Penta versus Dominic for the Intercontinental Championship, and we would see the return after 4 months out due to injury of Judgment Day's JD Mcdonagh. And Mcdonagh would allow.
To be fair, the Seth Rollins and company storyline is all over the place. Like, is he going after Sami Zayn? Is he going after Jey Uso? Like, pick one.
With Finn Balor of the Judgment Day, I guess the War Raiders, big matchup, the winning team perhaps with a shot at the tag team champs New Day down the road. But Penta will get a little payback on JD Mcdonagh. And the
All he does is say things in for my TV. I don't believe it.
and retain the tag title.
So it be like that sometimes with WWE, and I'm not gonna spend my whole time complaining about it. The whole point in situations like these is to trust the process. So and by doing so, that'll give us the true answer whether it was good or not.
Hey, Pat, check it out. You're hearing a new version of Penta's theme featuring one of the greatest guitarists of all time, Adam Jones from Grammy Award. the early 90s and around the globe. Take this feed. The Fire is Coming. Be available on music platforms soon.
The song's a banger.
They only love to hate him. Whoever likes Logan Paul must be a pompous ass hat like him, because
Against JD Mcdonagh on the Judgment Day, live on Netflix.
it's either that or they really love Prime. But I love Prime too. But I always keep saying, I drink Prime for show speed and not him.
Yeah, I could be into it. Just like a one-time casual thing with Tyler, or?
I was talking about switching up teams for fun.
Last week's leftovers.
I don't like this game.
Yeah, losing to last week's
And we'll need to
leftovers.
wait until Money in the Bank or SummerSlam. Why is he rushing to get a championship match? I know, right? But honestly, his championship match with the world title should have been years ago when he said that when he introduced it. Wasn't he the one who unveiled it? I thought for sure, like, with him being the one who unveiled it and stuff, he would be first runner-up, but no.
Every day feels like Monday.
It was Winter for the longest time, and then he didn't, sure, fine, Winter can be the first champion, but why didn't you compete against him? Or did he? And am I just forgetting?
Here's your iPhone 13 on us.
About time we switched.
Total sketchy, dude. Hey,
If you love Logan Paul, whatever, to each their own, but I'll never like him, and don't talk me into liking him, because I won't.
Plus America's only 5-year
Belly
price
now,
guarantee.
Royal Warriors get to be main eventers. It was only the first time, like, I don't know what's with people saying, like,
iPhone 13 with 5G
like,
on us. With its amazing
Royal
camera
Rumble
to
winners,
capture the biggest moments.
like, have to main event. It was only one time. I'm pretty sure next time there's a Royal Rumble winner, they'll be the main eventer, depending on how it goes. But I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure this was a one-time thing only.
This one and this one.
Logan Paul can talk on the mic. Logan Paul can talk on the mic better than Jay. I don't care about Logan Paul because all he does is gloat. That's all he does. Like, I didn't know, there's a...
I'm working on it.
I didn't know there's an award for being a good gloater and just being so entitled and stuff. But anyway.
And then before you know it, you're watching hers. At Credit One Bank, we believe having a credit in moments and real moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow.
But he's a bad wrestler.
Get 5% cash back on everyday purchases.
No, he's an okay wrestler. That's all. But like I say, I feel like he's only becoming a good wrestler just so people can get off his back about him not being a real wrestler. Because he knows that if he don't work hard, that'll, prove people's points. So... Logan Paul only joined WWE so people could get off his ass about him fighting his brother Jake Paul in boxing. But he wanted to still stay in touch with wrestling, so he went to WWE instead and gave boxing. He did a trade and everything.
He fell for it. I cannot believe he fell for it. He wants to do the match tonight. You were so right.
You know what I love more than anything? I love to say, I told you so. So if you will indulge me, please. I told you so.
Do I think Sami Zayn might get involved? Maybe. I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure.
Do you understand everything that's going on
But
tonight?
with the hype
Yeah, I think so.
and what's probably being said tonight, I would hope so, because
Roman Reigns
if Sami Zayn
prepared
truly,
for Seth Rollins at WrestleMania.
if Roman Reigns,
Seth Rollins
if Sami Zayn truly, has Jey Uso back still and not turning heel, then definitely he'll come and help his friend, right? Or Jimmy Uso, if not him.
For Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Seth Rollins not only beat Roman Reigns and CM Punk and Roman Reigns
You didn't see
lost
it after looking
to
for
Seth
more
Rollins in the main event of WrestleMania.
yeah,
Jey
watching
Uso
matches
is a
and
great
they were
champion.
bad.
They can't take that.
From a
Jey
Reigns
Uso,
had
he
decent match at him,
tapped
but
out
it was
Gunther.
okay. Surprisingly, I find KSI less annoying than him. I still hate KSI just as much.
Jey Uso is not focused on Seth
Him,
Rollins. Jey Uso
KSI,
is
Mr. Beast,
distracted
I hate them
by
all one
Logan
and the
Paul.
same, but
And he's had
KSI is
no
the
time
less annoying out of all of them.
for Seth Rollins. But Seth Rollins, all he's focused on is Jey Uso because there's nobody left. There's nobody left. Seth Rollins is a sniper, and he has Jey Uso in his sights. And tonight, Braun Breaker, we get handed the keys to the kingdom. When the referee hands the World Heavyweight Championship to Seth freaking
So I wasn't listening for half of it, but did they really just admit we'll help him get the title? Because that'll make Sami Zayn's interference a lot more justifiable. I just don't like KSI music. At least now when it's not AI.
It is Penta and JD Mcdonagh of the Judgment
Because I tell you, that 1950 version of Think of It was the most hilarious thing ever and had a much better beat than anything I've ever heard.
In this match tonight.
And zero fear, because they're certainly going to get involved. Will he be able to handle it? JD Mcdonagh fresh back from a horrific lung injury.
Yeah, I have no idea how on earth this man. Well, first off, he crashed into our table, couldn't move, and he actually finished the match, Pat.
With one lung, he had a punctured lung. They're calling him the Iron Lung. Obviously, it's incredibly exhausting to be a professional
But now we have
wrestler.
Penta and JD, and honestly, I don't care who wins because probably if anybody in Judgment Day is gonna win, it's gonna be anybody but Finn Balor most of the time. Only because for whatever reason, Finn Balor is supposed to now win.
Yeah, but we haven't made fun of him. We've complimented him.
I know why he's like supposed to now win because this is all part of Dominic's plan probably. But anyway, he doesn't know that, so.
Certainly will, and that's what's been so impressive about Penta. He can do all the electrifying stuff, but he can also get down in a fist fight if you need him to. JD McDonough's the same way.
I know it was so bad. Even Showspeed said so himself, and like I said, even though Showspeed worked with Logan Paul on the side a little bit, he's nothing like him at all. At least, somewhat. He's a little more down to earth and humble, but he is a little cocky, a little bit. But I only say cocky as in competitive wise. When he's like challenging stuff, yeah, he'll say I'm the best at whatever. But the guy jumped over a fast-ass moving car, so.
Absolutely. Powerful beginning here for Penta.
Yeah, Penta, I believe, will be a world champion sooner rather than later.
I don't think he spends the rest of his life saying that he jumped over that. He's fine. He's fine with people go watching it themselves to see how great he is.
Has all the pieces you could possibly want, but a win over Penta? Now we're talking catapult to the top.
I hope we don't ruin Penta and Raven because they're on another level. They haven't met up with each other yet, so they kind of can't right now. They're both entirely different brands right now. They acknowledge each other, yeah, but they're like, you know, not together right now. So they're all doing their solo runs right now, but I'm sure after a while they'll meet up with each other. It depends if there's a draft or not, because it seems like they broke tradition of the draft being after WrestleMania, but
playoffs are here, and I'm betting rebound props on FanDuel. After all, I am the lead.
Dakota Kai should not have got released. I want to hear her do it. Yeah.
Top 5 for sure.
That was supposed to be the plan, but God knows why WWE decided to do this.
TV personality? What about celebrity golf?
I was upset mostly about Jakar Jackson and Dakota Kai more than anybody who, like, you know, got fired, really. I mean, Cora Jade, yeah, I was a little torn over, but Cora Jade, like I said, she could go to TNA and hopefully her problems will be solved because she's been showing up at TNA a lot, so I'm like, she could definitely go there, and they definitely take her
activating two
in a heartbeat.
hormone receptors in my body, Zepbound works differently.
It's changing what I believe is possible when it comes to weight loss. It's changing how much weight I lose. Up to 48 pounds. And some lost over 58 pounds.
Yeah, that's what I said. It'll be just mentions from now on because they're on separate brands, so I understand why they're just keeping it at mentions at that. But they'll meet up for sure. They can't keep those two apart.
If you get a lump or swelling in your neck, stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious.
Unfortunately, I said I don't care who wins this match, but unfortunately, it's probably going to be JD Mcdonagh because El Grande Americano is going to interfere with that because, in case you don't remember, he had a little bit of a backstage fight with Chad Gable when Chad Gable was saying how El Grande Americano, it was like, you know, the best thing ever that he beat, you know, his brother Ray Phoenix at WrestleMania, and that made him feel some type of way, of course, so he attacked him, and that's probably he'll probably, like, you know, get payback. El Grande Americano.
Let's go.
And if not El Grande Americano, Chad Gable himself. But I doubt that'll happen because Chad Gable is probably going to tell El Grande Americano that he said this about him. Air quotes, I can't do it right now.
I'm gonna stream on 100 glasses just because I can.
I'm not just prioritizing my device. I'm shifting the paradigm.
Stream me sideways. It's bursting with Wi-Fi.
Ew, Cheddar Harvest. That's the flavor that's putting my French onion sun chips off of more and more shells, so I'll always hate the other flavors of sun chips for that. Oh my god. Damn, that could have hit your nuts. Why would you stay there? Oh, why would you stay there?
Penta drags McDonagh, rolls him to the center of the ring, hook of the leg, and a kick out by McDonagh. I'll show you what happened with JD Mcdonagh. This is incredible.
Yeah, during the break, JD Mcdonagh hits a standing Spanish fly and Penta almost wins it. Penta was able to regain a little bit of steam and then boom!
The French onion doesn't sell basically supply and demand. That's bullcrap. Because back in 2000s, these were selling, all of the flavors all at once were selling like hotcakes. But all of a sudden, the French onion had to be the one to be going away. No.
He telegraphed that he paid for
A punt from Penta.
Now Penta, sling blade. Cover by Penta. Hooks the leg now on McDonagh, who's able to kick out at 2. Another near fall for Penta.
Penta taking control of JD right here.
I love having non-paying advertisers.
McDonagh's chest has been taking a beat.
I love having unpaid advertisers.
Oh, there's that tilt world backbreaker. Knee right to the spine. Cover on McDonagh and another near fall for Penta.
That easily could have been it. I think we all would understand if JD Mcdonagh wasn't able to.
Thank you all.
Somehow this fight continues, and now Penta's thinking, let's destroy this McDonagh man.
And Balor up on
I hope
the
Iyo Sky title reign will be great. Oh dear. Carlito. Well, at least it's not El Grande.
And McDonagh set to the floor.
Interns. I can't even afford real interns.
Zero fear, zero miedo from the top rope.
Balor looking on as Penta just wiped out McDonagh and Carlito, and Penta and attract his opponent back into the ring.
That's the type of offense you need to do though whenever you're taking on the Judgment Day. They're going to have the numbers advantage like this right here.
From behind, bounces Penta face first off the apron.
Got to be able to take out the entire team.
The official was dealing with McDonagh. Didn't see Balor get involved, and
Go
now
on
he
it.
caught it. And Balor knows it.
Oh, he's seen him. You. God damn. That was your fault, Finn Balor. At least Carlito was sneaky about it, but you got him and yourself caught.
Incredibly fresh fade and a very good call by Eddie Orango. Kicking the Judgment Day for
But now El Grande Americano, maybe? Yeah, I was like, yeah, not El Grande Americano, but it was Chad Gable.
Going after Penta. Remember they had a confrontation last week. And Penta now takes out Gable. Maybe Gable.
It won't work because you're not El Grande Americano. JD. Oh, that's great, JD. I said I don't care who wins really, but that's great that you got the win. Never mind.
Penta, Mexican Destroyer. Cover. Penta wins.
Chad Gable wasn't El Grande, so it won't work.
What a match.
That's why the odds stacked against him. 4-on-1 at one point.
I thought he took out everybody. We thought he was going to be able to boom! Hit a Mexican Destroyer, but we knew the road would be tough. And even though Judgment Day
Maybe you should have transformed and then do it.
reigns supreme on Monday Night Raw.
I don't want Rhea to be nowhere near you, Sky. Oh, how are you gonna?
That changes everything.
What is this?
Talking to pieces at the match, and I was just telling him how last week I think I was very selfish. I was a bad mate trying to get a singles match. That's not the kind of guy I am. And I think maybe you should have the match tonight.
They had
That'd be great.
a
Great
promo.
opportunity.
Serious?
They had a segment back here. I don't remember.
Let's go. Pierce, let's go.
Are you serious right now?
I'm a great tag team partner.
Are you?
Yes.
You're really a good partner?
Look, if that's what you guys
Are
want to
you
do,
a
is
good
that what you
partner?
want? Fine. Austin, in theory, it's official. You have yourself a singles match. Happy? Yes, yes. Happy Monday. It's official. It's official, dude. This is gonna be great. You're gonna kill it. I'm excited, but who's it against? Look, I think it's better as a surprise. But trust me, you're gonna love it, boo. We're gonna get to the ring all day. You got this, lad.
Surprise. Oh boy. Well, whatever.
You deserve this.
Hey, it's the first time we've seen those clowns though.
Dinner's been kind of crazy.
but Grayson Waller and Rhea Ripley were having the time of their lives in Australia the other day, just doing promo for Crown Jewel, advertising for it.
What a nature out here. Can I ask you something vulnerable?
But back to you, Mackenzie. No. How are you going to put both of my babies in the same place? I don't want those two to be beefing with each other just as much as you do. But it's for emotional purposes for me, not because, like, you know, I don't want her to be champion. I just don't want to be conflicted of my two favorite superstars, my queen and my baby.
My skills, and I'm feeling baffled and captivated.
I'm hesitant and euphoric. Alarmed and delighted.
Crunch the rainbow, taste the rainbow.
Hey, did you find the manual?
Yes, of course I found it. No, I need that.
Summing Dale.
Who's Dale?
I'm Dale. American Home Show now provides video chat with live repair experts for home fixes over the phone. Let's go fix that oven.
Okay, Dale.
I need my phone back. Fix it over video chat with American Home Shield. Sign up today at ahs.com.
We're with Mike, who's leaving home to protect his family. And yours. We're with Tara during the holidays, when she misses home the most. Thanks to generous supporters, we're with all service members and their families who need connection, comfort, home away from home. You with them, learn more at USO.org.
You were forced to like the dream. You must be Captain Cold's wife.
Like ordering more to save more off the Papa Parents menu. It's all $6.99.
I had nothing to do with it. I just want to clear the room right there.
Making you Papa Parents for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Los Angeles hosts 2 epic events. WWE Worlds Collide, featuring Triple H and Giulia. And WWE Money in the Bank. The opportunity of a lifetime. Lies above the rest. WWE Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank in Los Angeles. Individual event tickets on sale Wednesday with pre-sale tomorrow.
Austin Theory should join Seth Rollins because they teased it. Just because he showed up doesn't mean he teased it.
Saturday, June 7th, the Worlds Collide and Kia 4th and Money in the Bank at Intuit Dome. Individual event tickets on sale this Wednesday, May 7th. Via Ticketmaster, the pre-sale starts tomorrow. What a doubleheader in LA.
People nowadays are just saying anybody could be a part of Seth Rollins' group.
For the 15th time, Omaha is hosting Monday Night Raw tonight, first time in a couple of years. Saturday night main event coming up at the end of the month in Tampa. 2 of those editions hosted here in Omaha.
Shout out to the legend, Anthony Lionheart Smith, retired UFC fighter who competed in the light heavyweight division, is here. I assume in his hometown. Great to have you here.
No, they didn't. You didn't miss nothing. It's just that Miss McKenzie is so down on the idea of Austin Theory being the 3rd guy in Seth Rollins' group, and not that it's bad. I just don't know. I have no idea. Oh, Sheamus is back! Wow! Wow, Austin Theory is fighting Sheamus. Are you gonna use him right, WWE? Because I actually like Sheamus and I want him to be used more, but you guys seem to be just using him as a mid-card all the time.
Well, Pat Theory's expression told the whole story. He knows he was set up by his teammate Fred Waller, who wanted nothing to do with Sheamus when he found out about who the opponent was.
I've seen that rumor all over social media lately. Yes, so have I, but I can't keep believing in rumors. If I do,
Wake up and realize that Waller's in this for himself and doesn't really care about his buddy.
if I do, that's just gonna make me look silly. If I'm wrong, because I'll hype up about it so much that. I'll hype up about it so much and then just to be disappointed in the end. Not saying that, like, you know, that happens usually, but just in case.
And Sheamus in theory going one-on-one tonight. These guys had a rivalry over the United States Championship a couple of years ago.
Sheamus is a strapping lad from Dublin, Ireland. He is beloved by the WWE Universe because he's wildly tough and will fight anybody.
Well, a Hall of Fame resume. I mean, no doubt, first ballot Hall of Famer. He's done it all in his career. 4-time world champion, 3-time United States champion, 5-time tag. Never held the Intercontinental title, but he's been Mr. Money in the Bank.
But I've seen Sheamus, like, you know,
done it all.
Not on WWE. He seems like he wants to. He was at the time focusing a lot on his wrestling school, so that's why he's been out for a while.
Rocket ship on the rise for seemingly some time. We're all waiting for him to get to the outer
I wonder what's it like for Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, and Sheamus to be just having a wrestling school.
Tremendous shape. Oh, there it is, the Irish curse backbreaker to theory.
There's work in the ring, on the mic, his commitment to the business, everything about him.
And another one.
Superstar.
And Sheamus, center of the ring, perhaps going to look for the cloverleaf here. Submission move.
I don't think they'll necessarily bury Theory. Because even though he wasn't used, they always still, like, you know, try to show him, and he's, like, always backstage, so I don't think he's necessarily buried. It's just that they don't know what to do with him yet. But that could change if you get your wish. So.
His theory, submission move, center of the ring. Waller looks on and
he had a legit shoulder surgery recently. Yeah, he did, but I've been seeing him a lot ahead of his Celtic Warrior school. So that's what I figured he was doing most of his time.
I don't think he can be any less enthusiastic about helping his friend than he was there. Wait a minute, and Sheamus that top rope.
You missed.
Taken out, and Sheamus is fired up.
Sheamus, you missed. That guy with the red beard, just like him.
Push in real slow. Well, look who's back doing the live college.
As much as I just like this guy, keep it 100. Aw, you hate Sheamus? Why? I remember very fond things of him. I remember very fond things of him, and the fact that he's 40,
Designer bag.
the fact that he's 40-something years old and still looking the same way, just like R-Truth, is like, you know, mind-boggling to me. Like, I
Which
can't.
costs you around $270 a month. What? The app is telling you all of this? It shows you all your expenses in one place, and it can even help you create a budget, which I think you need.
Coming for me, but okay.
Don't worry about those 13 subscriptions you didn't know you had. You can cancel the ones you don't want right through the
I mean,
app,
I can somewhat
and it
relate.
can
I
help you
haven't
try and
changed
get a
at
refund.
all. I haven't changed at all, except for my figure. But face-wise, I haven't changed
That's
at
exactly
all.
what I'm doing.
Try Insurify. We help you compare quotes and save half on your car insurance.
I like it when things are convenient and save me lots of money.
Go to Insurify.com and save up to $1,000
Happy
a
creamy
year
cat
on your
you
car
again.
insurance.
Gotta go. Daughter is having a tantrum. Good boy.
2024.
I'm lucky. I'm nice and gentle with kids. Otherwise, I would have a tantrum at them just because they have a tantrum at me. I yell and cry when other people yell and cry at me, okay? 40s, new 20s. I would like to think that when I am 40, but I'm almost in my mid-20s, so
Set in stone from the
I have a long way to go.
And so on. Through Hims, you can get access to a range of options made with proven ingredients to stop hair loss and regrow hair. Formulas are personalized and prescribed by licensed medical providers 100% online. Break tradition with Hims. For regrowth in 3 to 6 months. Get started today at hims.com.
When you wake up with pink eye, you get your prescription fast, in like an hour, with Walmart Express Delivery. I wonder what else Walmart could deliver that fast.
I totally forgot. I totally forgot to acknowledge this in the first place. Thank you, Soundwave, for your Ko-Fi donation of $15. It really was a lot to me. Honestly, because even though I advertise my Ko-Fi, I really don't think nobody will donate to me just because I'm not selling anything merchandise or fan service wise. At least not right now, because I'm pretty confident that this new, like, you know, wave of creativity that has been building up inside of me these past few weeks is going to be revolutionary for me.
For the first time since the Royal Rumble, he takes on Austin Theory. Remember, Theory's partner Waller was supposed to be in this matchup. Waller found out who his opponent was and said, "Hey Theory, you want an opportunity?" Of course, Austin jumped with the chance.
Kind of pass the ball here, but
And Sheamus, coward.
and that's why Sheamus is so resilient, tough, and powerful. He'll beat you up from the beginning of the match to the end of the match.
In theory, I believe, felt that his chest caved in. Oh, Theory, great counter. By Theory, slingshot through the ropes, oh, and into a knee.
Sheamus brilliantly using Austin. There's momentum against him.
And it forces Theory to kick out. Great move by Sheamus to wrap the arm and the leg as we take another look.
What I was talking about before about something revolutionary, I'm going to start making I'm going to start learning how to make my own cosplay clothes, and I'm going to start by doing my next project for June a little bit early in May. Not a lot, just like, you know, a few things. But I'm gonna study my ass off and learn how to make most of the parts and clothing pieces myself. But I'm still gonna go with the, you know, the vibe I've always been going and buying some similar outfit pieces that make the whole look come together. That's what I'll still go for. But stuff that I actually could make myself, I will actually try to.
Again, we want to remind everyone that the main event for tonight was made official for the first time in over 7 months. The heavyweight championship on the line.
All I have to say is fuck tariffs. That's all I have to say while doing this project. I'm gonna say that the whole time this project is gonna happen.
Has never beaten Seth Rollins one-on-one in his career.
Jey Uso had never beaten Gunther one-on-one before WrestleMania.
And Sheamus back to his feet. Couple of shots to the gut. The Austin Theory.
Streaks are meant to be broken. Every night can be something different. Sheamus has been doing this a long time.
Uh-oh, from the second row. Theory up high. Sheamus. Little girl, white noise.
You didn't hold him. You didn't hold him that right, though. You dropped him a little too early.
You know, they were talking 100.
But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You're just a little rusty being back in the ring.
We had 100 Sheamuses. I think we'd be okay.
And the Omaha fans showing their appreciation to what the Celtic Warriors been doing for decades.
Why would you do this to me? What do you mean?
He might want to ask another question because he's about to get 10 beats for the Mountain.
Hit 14. 14 and a half.
Grayson Waller couldn't bear to watch. And Sheamus says, I got my eyes on you, fella.
R.I.P.
Grayson Waller the smartest thing he ever did. Theory loses to Sheamus.
Sheamus is back with a hell of a win over Austin Theory. Grayson Waller said,
Good night, sweet prince.
Whenever Adam Pearce told him who he had to wrestle tonight, he said, I got the perfect guy for you.
You know,
That is Austin Theory in for that meeting.
Mr. Waller has some explaining to do to Austin Theory. You know they're going to be talking about this tomorrow morning. Sam Roberts, Megan Moran, dive into everything from Monday Night Raw and WWE on the Raw recap. Brought to you by Fanatics. It's available every Tuesday on WWE's YouTube and all audio platforms where you get your podcast. We're also going to be talking about this breaking news. Wait a minute. Bit of an argument going on over there between Theory and Waller. We missed that, but get back to that in a moment.
A bit of an argument.
Now, Pat, this is going to take place Saturday at Backlash in St.
Whoa,
Louis.
so
7 o'clock Eastern start.
Dominic's first opponent is going to be Penta.
Dominic Mysterio, forced to defend the Intercontinental Championship one-on-one against Penta.
I mean, that's good.
Boys, what was that? What was that? I don't... The ref kicking you guys out and then they kicked me. I have a question. What was Gable doing out there? Did you ask him to come out? Well, I tell you, him and Penta need to get it ASAP.
Don't worry, I'm gonna take care of Penta at Backlash, but I do miss my wedding. Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, what are you doing here? Oh, truth. You told me exactly to this place. What's the thing you want to fight? I didn't try to come in here and start a fight, cause any trouble. I just want to give you a friendly. I mean, gosh, I can't even think. It's a warning, and it is friendly. I don't care who wins at Backlash. I'm coming after. Okay.
Whatever.
I'm so flustered. Hey, old man, you know what? It doesn't matter who wins at Backlash. I'm coming after that Intercontinental Championship, and then I'm gonna beat you up.
This is crazy. I knew being a champion was gonna be hard, but I didn't think it was gonna be this hard. Like, I got Penta, AJ, my hands are full here, but don't you have a history with AJ? Why don't you take care of him for me?
What, so then my job's to clean up your mess?
Not really.
Of course I'll take care of AJ for you. I got you, mate.
Thanks. Such a gaslighter, but anyway, like...
Freaking luchadors. Putting my nose up? Now's not the time, Cove.
Oh, hold on, Chad. Hear us out. We saw what went down out there.
Nice,
We think it's awful. And we also think it's time that you and American Made got some respect around here, bro.
I know you've seen the War Raiders walking around here talking about wanting a shot at the tag team championships, but we beat the bejesus out of them at WrestleMania, so no. What we really think is that opportunities like that need to start coming back to American.
I like what you're saying. I like the way you sound.
Picking up what I'm putting down.
Well, that interaction was something.
What's the crack? Becky Lynch is on the way.
Neck jacket, like always though. Love her crop jacket. She always rocked the leather jackets. I can't say much about leather jackets. They're always cool. Just that crop. You guys know I love my crop tops.
Where's the pizza? Domino's has never made a stuffed crust pizza before.
I'm at a loss for words.
Until now, that is. Introducing Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. We didn't just stuff our crust with cheese. We use our delicious pan pizza dough and sprinkle garlic seasoning and Parmesan on top. It's Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. Try it for the first time tonight.
A little bit of an announcement in the world of wrestling. So, with WWE now owning AAA, well, co-owning AAA, they re-signed Alberto Del Rio.
If you don't change, my wife and I are gonna yell at you.
Yep,
Again, like we did last
the
year.
controversial superstar Alberto Del Rio.
Hey,
He was, I know he was champion from AAA, but
no, it's me. Oh no, it's like a stark difference.
I didn't think hell froze over twice because
What, you nervous about the wedding?
that was someone they blacklisted for the longest ass time, and now he
Don't stress. This
Now he's
house,
back.
It's the one. Speaking of the one, Cater, we need to
Does that mean we'll get Ryback back? Does that mean we'll get Ryback back in the next like 10 years?
And whoever this is. Our team, Toyota Gazmi Racing. We make some seriously fast cars. This one and
You
this
like
one,
design
definitely
jackets.
this one. And they
I
all
can.
have great drivers.
No, I
Ones that
can't
win.
design
They win a
jackets.
lot.
I may be like learning how to design clothes, but I have a long way to go before I work in leathers, because leathers are the hardest material to work with, other than lace. Lace and leathers are the hardest. Otherwise, you can do anything.
She's watching her first hockey game. And then before you know
Any
it,
fabric, like, is
you're
easy to
watching
work
hers.
with, except lace and leather. Those are the ones that require so much precision and
can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow.
precision and strength to do. Like,
Get 5% cash back
had
on
to be
everyday
so.
purchases, like gas, with the Credit One Bank
You have to
Platinum
be
X5 consistent.
excruciatingly
Credit One Bank.
detailed
For
with
what's
them.
Zen Garden wasn't comforting enough, so I added peanut butter
I
M&Ms.
was wondering what happened to him. Need another bath. But
Hey,
yes.
my Zen Garden, hello!
Well, that's
Yeah.
not very Zen of you. I'm a work in
And
progress.
how
Peanut butter M&Ms.
how what you call it? I know Brock Lesnar is not blacklisted per se, but the reason they won't have him back here is because of sexual allegations. And Alberto Del Rio is a person who had not sexual abuse, domestic violence. He actually is a person who gave domestic violence. He beat up his ex-wife and allegedly Paige at the time when they were dating, and that's the reason why he left. So, like,
winning in that stadium for the home teams, huh?
And tonight,
like a rapist is bad, but a domestic abuser is not that bad in the eyes of WWE. So, like, what kind of logic is that?
Lyra Valkaria for the toughest title defense so far. She defends the Intercontinental title against the multi-time Women's World Champion and one of the all-time greats.
Because it's not a matter of which is worse. It's a matter of they're both bad and should never be associated with a company like WWE or any wrestling company.
I suck. I suck. Wait a second, because I am very confused about what is going on here. You guys are treating me like I'm the bad guy. I am the victim here. Okay, I took out Bailey, but when I walked down the ramp at WrestleMania, everybody lost their minds.
Him and Gunther would be a good tag team. Alberto Del Rio and Gunther? I don't think so.
Nobody asked where Bailey was. Nobody cared. Of course
But
they didn't. She's
a
garbage.
Mexican with an Austrian, that's a like,
I took out the garbage. Everybody's
that's a bilingual group if I've ever heard.
I took out the garbage. Everybody's like, I can't believe you took out the garbage.
Well, you know what? I follow a Puerto Rican girl, and she is dating an Irish lady, so
What's more?
so you'd be surprised what nationalities can be with what.
Because that's what Lyra is. She's less offensive than regular garbage, but she's still garbage. And what is garbage about her is her attitude. She doesn't have a dream.
My favorite moment when they mixed races is my favorite Magical Girl series, Precure, and in Star Twinkle Precure they had a character, Elena, which she is well renowned as Cure Soleil, and she is half Mexican and half Japanese. her mother's Japanese and her father's Mexican, and they all live in Japan together. So her name given Cure Soleil, it was to represent that, and I thought it was a perfect, like, you know, representation.
You're the queen of recycling. You've been recycling the same moves, the same tired old act for years. That's fine, Becky. You do you. I don't care. What I have a problem with is you acting like you had anything to do with my success. The one thing I want to drive into your skull more than my foot is the fact that you didn't make me. Let me get you up to speed because you've been gone.
I'm just trying to look at her feet to see if she's wearing her platformer sneakers again.
Everyone got better. You went on holidays, and I made some history of my own. Oh, but you're what this championship
Hey,
means,
yep, she's
right?
wearing her
That's what you
platformers
said.
again,
That's
but
rich,
they're
considering I've
platformer
defended it more
wedge
days than you've
boots,
shown up to work
not
this
sneakers.
I see it now, Becky. I see it so clearly. You shattered glass ceilings for women, and for that I am forever grateful. But you left all the broken glass on the ground, and the rest of the locker room were just supposed to follow behind you because you never had any intention of taking anyone to the top with you.
Oh. Okay, no, you were right. When I was gone, everybody else had the best year of their career. But it's only because they didn't have me to compare themselves to.
Actually, you were mentioned pretty often, despite your absence.
Anybody, and it is not my job to help anybody. It is my job to beat everybody. And I am very, very freaking good at my job. In fact, I am the greatest.
Freaking, I see what she did there.
Not just me saying I'm the greatest to ever do it.
Freaking, I see what she did there.
Illustrated says I'm the greatest to ever do it. So it doesn't matter.
Wow,
It doesn't matter
Lyra's
how
wearing
good
body
you think
glitter
you
around
are,
her.
how good you will
I
ever be.
like body
You will
glitter,
only
but
ever be the moment after
at the same
the
time I don't,
moment.
because that's annoying to take off, even though, like, you know, they say, like, you know, just use soap and it'll go away, because glitter is biodegradable, so it'll evaporate with time, but, you know, it's still a mess to clean up, especially on your body.
You were the first woman to main event WrestleMania and win. You were the first women's intercontinental Oh wait, that one was me. You hate it, don't you? You hate that this is my first ever. Well, get used to it, Becky. Because as long as I'm here, I hope you like second place.
You know what I like?
Oh! Becky went for a cheap shot.
She hit her with the platformers again.
Kick her old ass.
She back kicked her with her platformers again.
Whoop the shit out of her.
Should I wear my platformers and kick you?
No!
I
think you shouldn't.
Because my platformers are bigger than Lyra's.
If you wanna die!
Continuing to stay on, Becky.
Lyra will not back down. And finally, officials out here to separate. They're trying to separate these two.
Good boy. Please don't ruin that lace though, Becky Lynch, because she has a nice lace top and I would hate for that to be ripped.
Over the past couple of weeks with this situation with Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkaria, in my opinion, is broken out of her shell, Pat.
Absolutely, she's become more.
You see this disrespect? You see this disrespect? I didn't know they were.
And Lyra's not done yet. And Lyra now back into the ring and the fight continues. Valkaria and Lynch.
Big time right in.
There's the manhandle slam.
Oh dear. I don't think she's not wearing safety shorts, so I was like, oh boy, you can see underneath the skirt, but her underwear is not like, you know, that bad.
She's on a different level and a different plane, finally pushed by Becky.
Yeah, Lyra's special. Right now it feels like she has everything she needs to go to the next level. When your idol becomes your rival, you find out who you really are. You might just be the icon now, Lyra.
Yeah, very bad. But
Ladies and gentlemen, our main event still becomes like Seth Rollins looking to win a 6th world championship.
just because other people can't, like, you know, like new talent doesn't mean I have to. I'm okay with new talent overshadowing old talent, even like, you know, top stars who have, like, you know, kept this company afloat for years. Lyra's been building herself pretty well, and that's all that matters. So pretty, Roxanne Perez. she's always so great with the little steel studs. That's a better leather jacket than Becky Lynch for sure, though. Steel studs always are the best on leather jackets, though. And oh, she's wearing her Prodigy. She's wearing her Prodigy chain again. I love it.
Wireless. The world champ Iyo Sky. NXT upstart Roxanne Perez live.
To last week's leftovers. Yes. Can't escape the doom scroll.
What is that? A honey bun?
Laundry.
Oh. Perez is a man. Yeah, she did look like Henrietta from South Park. Just when she turned emo that one time. Only because of her hair, not because she's actually emo.
Like Monday. Minute Man, bring the juice.
Weight loss. For so long.
I felt stuck. But Zepbound means change. Zepbound is for adults with obesity to help lose weight and keep it off.
It's changing what I believe is possible when it comes to weight loss.
It's changing how much weight I lose. Up to 48 pounds. And some lost over 58
Is that big, bro?
pounds.
Yes, it is.
Huh?
No, they were asking if that was you.
Don't take if allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had
Freshly
medullary
said
thyroid
hot.
cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck.
He says this.
Stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience
No, I don't. You guys know the drill. I have to get him back. I don't care if you're left alone. Screw you for the moment. I love you.
Birth control pills. Taking Zepbound with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Zepbound means change. Ask your doctor about Zepbound.
Let's sweat more. Sweat can irritate your skin. Take your skin to its happy place with Dove Men's Micro Moisture Technology that nourishes skin. Dove Men, care changes everything.
If you're obsessed with onion rings, a hardcore barbecue sauce fan,
Come take over.
Get out of here. No, get out of here. You look like a creep. A creep wearing my clothes. He wears girl clothes. He's wearing my hoodie, so he wears girl clothes.
It says people are poison. Smells it.
You have no idea who I am.
He's a feminist now.
Girl clothes.
Hey, you're finally getting touched to the edgy side, although just like people should. He's finally appreciating scene clothing like me. What? Just a little. Yeah, just a little.
WWE in partnership with the Western Australian government through tours in Western Australia announced that Crown Jewel Perth will headline a WWE weekend takeover in Perth this October. That'll feature John Cena's final WWE appearance in Australia. Crown Jewel Perth will take place at RAC Arena on Saturday, October 11, 2025. The venue also hosts Friday Night SmackDown on the 10th and Monday Night Raw on October 13th. You can register now for an exclusive pre-sale opportunity at WWE.com/WWE Australia 2025. Roxanne Perez set to take on Iyo Sky. Let's show you what happened last week.
I'm about to eat my dinner. My mom had just, but I don't want too much because I honestly ate a egg roll before the stream, so I'm still not as hungry. But I'll eat a little bit of my dinner though.
Take place until Iyo Sky came to the aid of Rhea. Now remember, later in the show, Pat, Rhea said, I didn't need your help. Iyo said, we're even.
I don't think Rhea Ripley asked for it, but she certainly should have been appreciative of it, as these NXT women were running roughshod there for a bit.
And here's Roxanne Perez again tonight in Omaha, live on Raw, set to take on the world champ.
A lot of confidence. For good reason.
Yeah, that's my favorite shade of eyeshadow too. I have that shade of eyeshadow. And that's my favorite one to wear. Nice dark pink like that. Such a pretty girl. Whoa, I love your colors. I love your colors of your outfit today. Silver and red. And a little bit of the red fox fur and black fox fur. That's really nice. Kind of reminds me of a Jester's. Kind of reminds me of a Jester's clothing, but it was. It's a little bit more like glitterized though. And yeah, she made the cover of an Australian magazine, Rhea Ripley, and she wore a nice, simple, usually not what she usually wears. She wore a slit plaid skirt with just a black tank. The black tank we're familiar of, but a slit skirt, especially in a gray formal color plaid like that, and no.
Much bigger superstars that she has interviewed and told the story of. The fact that I was asked to be a part of that was an absolute honor, and I can't wait to watch it.
I'm gonna go get my dinner.
Obviously, an absolute boss. So cool. Amen, brother.
And Iyo Sky, Roxanne Perez, tie up center of the ring, and we are underway in what should be an incredible matchup here tonight. Last week, NXT, Iyo Sky and Jordan Grace knocked off Roxanne and Giulia in a tag team matchup where Perez was pinned by the world champ Iyo Sky. Tomorrow night, NXT on the CW, Giulia battles Jordan Grace to become the #1 contender to face Stephanie Valkaria for the NXT Women's title at Battlegrounds. Oh, what a slap by Roxanne.
NXT has a superstars abundance that I don't think we've seen before. Every night it's somebody new. And Roxanne, fresh to Raw, has been nothing short of.
Look at Iyo Sky now. Tremendous athlete, great world champion, proud to be the world champ as well. Oh, nice front kick too. Roxanne Perez driving her out of the ring.
Iyo Sky, able to do things nobody else on earth is, which is why she's our champion.
And Roxanne Perez, the drop kick to the knee. Great move by Perez, who has really matured and coming to her own here over the past year, stomping away at the Women's World Champion. This is great strategy, Pat. You take the legs away from the genius of the Sky, she can't fly.
Yeah, she doesn't have a platform to jump from, she can't jump. That's brilliant stuff here by Roxanne Perez.
Beignet with mashed potatoes.
Blocked by Sky.
Roxanne Perez has been training for this business since she was 15.
And corn.
On the right leg of Iyo Sky.
Around high school, was training to be a professional wrestler.
Yeah, 10-hour Greyhound bus ride from Laredo to Houston to train with Booker T. It's all she's ever wanted to do, and it's paid off as
My brother's watching NBA, so. Oh, Yes. Yes.
Roxanne was giving herself a little bit of an applause, and Iyo Sky took advantage of the distraction.
By the way, one thing I forgot to say that was about Roxanne's outfit, aside from everything else, her fishnets. I love those star fishnets. I have fishnets too, but they're just regular classic ones. I don't have design decal fishnets, but I do want to get them.
Great strategy from the prodigy here.
A dangerous experiment. He escaped.
On May 23rd. Disney's Lilo and Stitch. Rated PG. Here's May 23rd. This is Eric. When he got injured in a car accident, he called Logan and Morgan. He not only gets a lawyer, he gets trial lawyers like Sam and Jessica, who are in it to win it. He gets his own investigators with briefcases, leather ones. And if you ever have questions, our customer service folks keep things rolling. Injured? We're your army. Morgan and Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, official law firm partner of WWE.
Total Wireless is in your corner with limited 5G data starting at $25 per month. Hey fam, it's on. Yo, it's on. Plus America's only 5-year price guarantee with taxes and fees included. Diego, come on.
Yeah, this is pretty good. I haven't had Benny in a while. But as much as I hate the green pepper vegetables, when my mom adds it to the meat, they do taste good.
Can't chill. Maybe you just need a Snickers ice cream.
Ordering more to save more off the Papa Parents menu. It's all $6.99. Why are you whispering?
We're making new Papa Parents for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. 99% of people reply, and they do it super fast right from their phone. With no credit.
Yes. Show her thousands of amazing car options under $15,000. She's already shopped with cars with down payment. She has mine.
I can shop cars with mine going down payment.
You're ready to walk in the deal.
Next stop for Dropshot Mobile Dealerships. This is a commercial. Go get your real deal at drivetime.com.
What's up, WWE Universe? Guess what? SummerSlam, MetLife, 2 nights, and I will finally be hosting. And nobody's gonna try me.
WWE SummerSlam, a 2-night event at MetLife Stadium. Tickets on sale now. Scan the code to get yours today.
We gotta turn up.
I wonder who Cardi B is going to have a temporary feud with, because if Cardi B is going to be hosting SummerSlam, as tradition, WWE superstar has to go feud with her temporarily, just like Bad Bunny and Johnny Knoxville. So I wonder who they're going to pair up Cardi B with, because it's not going to be Bianca Belair, I don't think. It's going to probably be someone else.
Training Roxanne Perez, one thing she was really out of the career with that killer instinct and viciousness, the ruthlessness, and she's changed her game over the last couple of years. That has come out with Roxanne and just paid dividends as you're seeing tonight.
It certainly lives inside of Iyo Sky as well.
Oh!
Big uppercut from Iyo.
And Iyo planting face first, Perez, now Iyo. Trying to build some momentum here. Got into the kick. Having a night off for the Women's World Champ.
That was kind of funny. She dramatic fainted to pinfall her.
Doesn't mind showcasing why she's champion.
She's the best in the world, no doubt. She's done it everywhere. Tremendous multi-time champion in Japan, was the NXT. Two-time world champ at this level. Iyo Sky heads up on the top rope to the this Money in the Bank. He's gonna fly. Mixed drop kick drops Perez.
They can kick off in the flip up.
And she's got Romo on its feet.
I like Cardi B music. Of course I do. Oh.
That's that strategy all night for Roxanne paying off.
I think she got a bit carried away, Pat. Roll up now by Perez.
Of course I like Cardi B's music. Honestly, ever since when maybe 2018. But I haven't heard much of her, like, in the past, like, maybe 2 years, though, so... I'm pretty sure she's making music, it's just that I don't, like, like her enough to keep up with her. But my mom loves her whenever she sees her on TV.
She's going to deliver another German. Roxanne Perez turns it into
A true Spanish woman.
Now ducking underneath the Sky. Iyo Sky now. Perez. Oh! Into the spine. Sky says that's it. Got Roxanne in position. But will the right leg hold up?
Is she going to be able to go to that place in space that she's been looking to go? Is she going over the moon?
She hurt her leg again. Perez with a golden opportunity here. Roxanne Perez.
She landed right on that bad leg. Am I watching the Stanley Cup playoff? No. My brother's watching that.
Guillotine knee there by Roxanne Perez. Right down across.
I don't watch sports other than WWE. I mean, I'll watch a little bit of NFL, but only because my brother makes me. So that's the only reason why I like acknowledge a little bit of NFL. He should make a YouTube channel dedicated to that though.
Roxanne, nice cover. Iyo turns it around.
I'm not eating, you eat. When I want to eat, you don't want to eat.
Why do you act like we're all supposed to eat at the same time?
You're supposed to eat when I eat.
No, you're not. I eat when I'm hungry, just like you're supposed to.
Yes, that's when I get hungry.
Oh, wow. What? That was kind of quick. Oh well, take a night off, Iyo Sky. Oh well, take a night off of a rollout, Iyo Sky. Hey, Roxanne's gonna attack you though. Even. Wah, wah, wah.
Loves what she does. Loves the fact she's champion. And
Roxanne Perez handshaking.
That's right. Nix is coming back.
Huh?
Nix.
Oh, that's great hit. Roxanne Perez handshaking.
Corny.
Roxanne Perez is gonna go back to being a baby face. Or no, Giulia. Yeah, that was a trick.
That's what I say. Hey. I'm too captivated by Roxanne Perez to think straight.
Giulia, I kind of hate your fashion, honestly, ever since you turned heel. Maybe it's only because you're wearing a lot of cargo pants, and I'm not one to wear cargo pants all the time. They look great on other women and like, you know, tomboyish girls, but not me when I'm a girly girl. I do love your boots though. Those combat bedazzled boots are really nice on you. But don't let the aesthetic of the army cargo pants. You should wear those laced up cargo boots. They'll look much better. What the heck? Where is Rhea Ripley? Maybe she's still in Australia. I told you her and Grayson Waller were in Australia to promote Crown Jewel.
I'm been a rebound props on FanDuel. After all, I'm the greatest rebounder. Ain't that right, Sir GPT? Incorrect. Well, top 5 for sure. You were 19th on the all-time list. What about scores? 31st. That's like to be FanDuel. Best TV personality? Top 1,000. What about celebrity golfer? Do you really want to know?
New customers spend $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, America's #1 sports book.
Not a defender in sight. This has got to be a bucket. Oh,
This
he is going to be kicking
is not.
What a look there by Rosen. And what a great play by the Knicks.
Under pressure. Normal doesn't run toward fear. But it wants to be normal. When you can be part of something special.
Kairi Sane should help Iyo Sky, not Rhea. I mean, yeah, but I don't know why they're not using her right now, but Kairi Sane is going to come back. But that makes me wonder, if Asuka's not back, then they obviously want the Kabuki Warriors to come back probably more than have Kairi Sane do a singles run. Because if Asuka's coming back in May, most likely I would assume Kairi Sane would come back as well. Because now with Dakota Kai gone, Asuka's the only one who could replace Dakota Kai in damage control. So when Asuka comes back in May, whenever that is, I don't know when in May, but it's this month anyway. When she comes back, I assume Kairi Sane will come along back with her.
Warranty, leaky toilet, fixed. Clogged AC coils, fixed. Oven beyond repair, ta-da! If AHS can fix your comfort item, then replace it, no matter its age.
A warranty is smart.
Oh, the happy family. Is that us? Too much? American Home Shield. Sign up today at AHS.com.
Buying a car is kind of a big deal. How do you know if it's the right car for you? Ooh. The most deal ratings in complete vehicle history for car guys. That's how.
Damage control needs to be done. Everybody go their careers. I mean, you would think when now that Dakota Kai's gone, they would, but nope, Asuka's still here, so she can replace them. So damage control still stays on. That would probably be WWE logic for you. that's a nice outfit, Maxine. A little too revealing for my taste, but it works for you. Yeah, nobody knew this was Rusev only because he didn't have his music on. And that's the reason why having Def Rebel back is kind of bad, even though like some of the music, you could arguably say that some of the music they did were good, but as far as now, their music is really lazy when it comes to doing it for the superstars.
You know, Rusev,
because I'm pretty sure, I know they wanted to like, you know, don't want to bring up Rusev's old gimmick and stuff, but if they could introduce them that they're back in the WWE with their music, that's fine. And if they want to change it, maybe their second or third appearance, then fine. But at least, like, if you're going to bring back a wrestler who hasn't shown up in a while and, like, you know, does have a possibility of people forgetting, put their old music back so it can jog their memory.
Create a reformation of them later on, and
put their old music back so they could jog their memory, like, oh yeah, that's Rusev. And then you could put new music, and then we could complain about it. But if you put new music and a superstar that we know, but in case, like, you know, others who don't really know, then nobody's gonna cheer. Because it looks like most of the audience member only know the wrestlers we are familiar with now, rather than the old wrestlers, like, you know, back in the 2008 or through 10s, 12s, you know, or created a new Damage Control with Iyo Sky, Giulia, Roxanne Perez. I could see a faction grow with those girls, but I don't think with Kairi Sane. It would just be with somebody else. I'm trying to think of what NXT superstar is here right now, but has interacted nicely with Roxanne Perez.
He's got a lot in the tank no matter what.
I'm not sure. And I know them by face, but I don't know all of them by name still. Only the ones I know by name are the ones, like, you know, I actually like and have seen many times. But otherwise, my mom has to tell me all of the names of the people.
The uber athlete with that heel kick knocks Otis down. Watch this impact pass.
Look at the hang time from this man. Right?
Yeah, that was a killer move. Roy Jade is gone. Yeah, I know. That's who I would definitely say, yeah, she could definitely be a part of that. But honestly, wait, no. Now that I think about it, no, she wouldn't be, because her and Roxanne had a feud. They kind of, like, you know, go back and forth on hating each other and liking each other again. So no, that would be a toxic relationship. So it has to be someone else, but that would of course be the obvious choice.
Domino's has never made a stuffed crust pizza.
I'm at a loss for words.
Until now, that is. Introducing Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. We didn't just stuff our crust with cheese. We use our delicious pan pizza dough and sprinkle garlic seasoning and Parmesan on top. It's Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. Try it for the first time tonight.
Italian marble is a little overrated. Spanish marble is much better.
Yeah, we got the statues. Line up now.
What for this brother for one tiny little picture? Hollywood. Sorry to do this, but rush delivery is not expensive.
So my dear, I guess in the meantime, yes. Because honestly, they need to get associated. They need to get associated with the people on the brands first before they actually come up with the storyline for each other.
Who's Angela?
as far as I'm concerned, them fighting people like Rhea Ripley and Iyo Sky are just there, like, you know, skill showcasing matches before WWE decides, like, okay, we'll put Giulia on Raw or SmackDown, or Roxanne Perez on Raw or SmackDown. But until then, they got special patches on their boots that have both the SmackDown and Raw logos, so they could go visit both whenever they like.
The massive lineup of 4 can't-miss shows. All coming to Tampa. Tickets on sale now. Scan the code to get your tickets today.
And now Tozawa and Maxine checking out for Otis and
Rusev's got that look in his eyes. Everything Rusev's been doing to Otis here has been
and now just
devastating.
Just toying now with Otis is Rusev.
Oh, by the way, I never mentioned, but I'm kind of concerned for Pat McAfee tonight because last week he said he wanted the bend. Oh no, not the prime. He moved the prime out of the way. But anyway, I was saying, I'm worried for Pat McAfee because last week he was telling Nick Aldis to lift the band, and so it's been done, and Gunther is here, so I wonder if history is going to repeat itself tonight.
They just hit the ball. A foot down and a fist down. These men are throwing haymakers at each other.
And what a battle between these two fruits of Rusev and Otis.
Tozawa and Maxine obviously looking on as Otis is powering up.
Otis now measuring his man, Rusev. Oh!
This agility from Rusev.
Rusev says it's over. Otis put up a great fight, but I believe
Iyo Sky need a good storyline to keep the fans invested. Yeah, she does. She does, like, you know. Yeah, he's gonna tap. Yeah, she does, but, like, I think what WWE is gonna do with that, they're going to, like, you know, let the hype of her popularity run, like, you know, let the hype of her popularity save herself until it runs its course, and then they can actually come up with a plan.
Respect it though, obviously.
Yeah, I respect it too, but Rusev is looking at Tozawa like... Rusev denied it up to Otis. And Rusev victorious in his return to WWE tonight in a physical, hard-hitting battle against Otis of the Outlaw Academy. Oh no! It might have been Rusev now. From behind, going to assault Tozawa. Dropping him on top of Otis.
Rusev was going to let Tozawa live. He decided to say, you did it to him.
And I don't believe he's done with Otis. He has the big man having shoulder forced into the post.
What?
Back into the ring and again down to the post on the other side. And Otis collapses right here in front of him. And Rusev isn't done yet. Maxine better get the hell out of the way because Rusev,
He didn't get the hell out of the way as well. Rusev's a madman.
A heel carry saying will make more sense if he is Sky. Yes, I do understand, and I think they will go through with that, but I just don't know if they would go through with that, like before or after Asuka comes back. Rusev lets him have a chance to say harder. At least Rusev gave Otis a chance to say harder daddy, because look at Gunther, he didn't even give Pat McAfee a chance.
And he did just that tonight. Vigilante justice by Rusev.
This is Eric. When he got injured in a car accident, he called Morgan & Morgan. He not only gets a lawyer, he gets trial lawyers like Sam and Jessica, who are in it to win it. He gets his own investigators with briefcases, leather ones. And if you ever have questions, our customer service folks keep things rolling. Injured? We're your baby. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, official law firm partner of WWE.
Papa John's. I thought I'd raise my wife. Ordering more to save more for Papa Perry's menu. It's all $6.99.
We're making you Papa Pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Okay. Go, silver tea. Pecan.
Confused? Maybe you just need a Snickers pecan.
Today, she's watching her first hockey game. And then before you know it, you're watching hers. At Credit One Bank, we believe having the credit and rewards for the little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow.
So an update about my WWE page that I'm creating. I'm still working on it. I'm just having a hard time coming up with a name. That's all. I mean, I have a name in my head, but my brother is like, making me debate on whether it's stupid or not, because I think it's cute, but some WWE fans, don't associate cute with WWE, and unfortunately that's my vibe, because hello, this face, the way I dress in J fashion during pay-per-views, and you really think any other WWE fan is just dressing up in J fashion and acting kawaii all day long? Nope. They would wear what I'm wearing right now. Only every time, whether it's a pay-per-view or a live show.
We went to Whiskey Guy to an outdoor summer wedding. It's 100 freaking degrees. Amanda, I didn't tell you. And because I sweat a lot, I went to Men's Warehouse and got a suit with a special fabric called Chill Flex that breathes and keeps me cool.
I did draw I don't want to say a logo, but I just wanted to make pictures that could represent it. But unfortunately, I don't know how to do digital art, so I can't make it look as well as it could be. But I'll probably try to invest money into making an art commission, but it would probably not be next month. It would probably be in August. So, well, not August, July. So that's the only thing is. I will show you to you anyway.